Okay, we can get started so as not to waste Nicole's day.
Thank you. Jeez, I'm swamped. I'm just kidding.
You should be writing your third book.
Done. I already did. Coming out next year.
Wow. Oh, good. We'll ask about that too.
Okay.
Don't tell me the title yet. I'm going to ask you. I would be surprised later.
Let's record though, because you're losing all this good content.
Make co-host.
It's
there
like
we've
never done this before.
You've done this a lot before I started doing this. And then I told myself I'm never going to do a podcast because then I had to tell people I'm doing a podcast, and that's lame. But then I met Michelle and I'm like, well, she'd be perfect because we got a good yin yang going.
I don't know who's the yin or who's the yang, but
I'd say I'm the yang.
I was going to say I'm the yang. How dare you?
You can be yang if you'd like to be yang. You're the straight man in this duo. I'm like hey, look at all this crazy stuff. And you're like, Okay, so I actually have an opening question for you.
You have an opening question for me?
Yes, we can skip the talk of the Queen's death. I think the news has covered it.
Yeah, they definitely have. And so have the half-mast flags all over the place.
Yeah.
That was a week long, wasn't it? Of lowered flags just everywhere. We have a fire department like right outside our neighborhood. And I'm just like seeing these, Texas flag and US flag have to fly at the same height here in this state.
That's ironic.
Is it?
The Texas flag at half-mast in honor of the Queen of England?
Well, interestingly enough, she did come here to Austin.
Oh, all right. Half-mast, I'll give it to him there. The local In-N-Out flag half-mast.
Maybe
I don't
not.
know. I feel like they had any connection. I have a personal question for you before we start.
Oh, dear.
You don't have to answer if you feel uncomfortable, but I am legitimately curious.
Okay.
Do you carry business cards with you?
You've gone too far, Matt.
I'm serious. Because I don't, and I get criticized for not carrying business cards.
Oh, I actually don't. And it's something I used to do, and then I kind of stopped. But yeah, why don't you carry business cards?
Because they're stupid. What do you do with the business cards you collect?
I store them in a drawer where I never look.
I mean, it's better than most people. They get crumpled and then you find them, months later, and it ruins the branding of the company that gave it to you, because now it's this mangled thing that you've forgotten about. And then it plants a bad seed in your head. Not a fan.
I'd be interested to know what the history of business cards is and who thought it was a good idea to carry around like little, 2x3 inch pieces of paper.
Let's research that. The next episode, The Art of Business Cards.
Okay.
No one will ever listen to this podcast.
New card. What do you think?
Oh, very nice.
Picked them up from the printers yesterday.
Good coloring.
That's bone. And the lettering is something called Cillian Rail.
It's very cool, Bateman, but that's nothing. Look at this. Eggshell with Romalian type.
We do have a really good guest today.
I know. I'm so
I whispered
excited.
it. Will the microphone pick it up?
Yeah, definitely. Because I heard you. Therefore, it picked it up.
She is a author of 2, I would say, adult picture books, but the illustrations aren't original, and she adds like captions. That's the pitch.
She's dying right now. I can tell.
She's muted on video. It's a great thing I'm not your lit agent, Nicole. That's essentially it. They're fantastic, by the way. They're so indescribable, you have to go on Amazon and buy them.
Yes.
The first one is called Men to Avoid in Art and Life. And the second is Friends to Make in Art and Life. And I have them both, and they're both fantastic. I want to explain it further. I'll bring her in, and then she can improve upon the pitch that I made. Nicole Tersigni, by the way, her last name. I think I pronounced that right.
You did. Yes. Tersigni, like no G.
Yeah. Is it Italian?
It's Italian. Yeah. I think it's supposed to be like Tersigni, but with
Who wants to pronounce it like that?
You do the hands too.
Right. Is that your married name or your maiden name?
That's my maiden name. Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't change my name. I kept it because it's so cool.
Yeah.
And I'm so lazy. So much paperwork involved with changing your name.
It is true.
No, thank you.
Michelle's married to an Italian gentleman.
I am, and I don't have his last name. But yeah.
Too much paperwork.
But his last name is Geraci. But of course, nobody says Geraci. They all say Geraci, which is way not cool.
It sounds like you're racy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Anyway, Nicole, improve
Yes.
upon improve upon the pitch that I made for Men to Avoid in Art and Life.
Okay, Men to Avoid in Art and Life and Friends to Keep in Art and Life are books that pair classical paintings with modern captions, is how they describe it in all the press releases.
Oh, that's so much better.
Is that how you describe it too, or is just you just like
that's how I would be like, it's a little gift book filled with pictures and little jokes, and it's kind of saucy, so I would just go on and on and on. I like their description of it is much better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Matt failed to say that part.
Thank you for having me.
It's implied. That's implied.
You're like, it's your privilege. So no.
An honor
Definitely
to be.
not their privilege. Thank you so much.
Well, I was very excited, firstly, that Matt was bringing you on because I looked up your book. I have bought it, and I was like, this is really cool. So, but I wanted to know about you because there's literally, as we were talking a little bit before we started recording, there's 2 sentences about you out there, and I'm just like, who is Nicole?
A real mystery. You know what? Just about to say my exact bio that's out there. I'm a writer and a mom. I live in Metro Detroit. I have a dog. Oh, though my bio does say I have 2 dogs, but one of them died and I just haven't updated it. So everywhere I get introduced, they're like, and she lives in Metro Detroit with her husband and kid and 2 dogs. And I'm like, no, just the one.
No, that's not comedic at all.
I do need to update my bio. Background in improv comedy and what else does it say? Women's advocacy. Yeah.
Very cool. For me, the obvious question is like, what led you to doing this really creative, unconventional kind of book? Because I really haven't seen something quite like this out there. And I just would love to pick your brain on like where it really came from. I know it was like a Twitter thing first, and then, how did it evolve from there?
Yeah, so it was actually really wild and random how it came to be. So I've always been a writer. I've always wanted to write books, movies, TV, anything. Just, I love creative writing. So I've been plugging away at that for a long time. And then a couple of years ago, my daughter was homesick from school and I was home and I was on Twitter, just kind of scrolling through mindlessly to relax. I can imagine. It's so chill there.
You silly person.
Just really lovely place to be. And I saw this super funny joke come by that this woman made. And so many of the responses were these men basically explaining it to her as if she didn't realize that she had made this really funny joke, which is something that happens all the time. It's so weird. I don't know where that comes from. Just like you couldn't possibly know, but you made this really hilarious joke. And
you mean they'll make the joke that's obviously a joke, and they'll explain why it's a joke?
Yeah. So and they'll be like, yeah, so she'll have made a joke or I'll have made a joke and someone will be like, hey, that's actually really funny because this and this and this and this. And you're like, no, I know why it's funny. It wasn't an accident. And so I just did a Google image search of women surrounded by men, because that's what that feels like on Twitter and also in life sometimes.
Yeah.
And one of the images that popped up was this painting of a woman surrounded by men, and she's just holding one bare boob in her hand. And and it just, that painting was so funny to me. I took it and I put it in a tweet, and I was like, what did I say? Maybe if I take my tit out, they'll stop explaining my joke to me. And people really loved it. They thought it was hilarious, and I live for the laugh. So I was like, all right, I'm going to keep this going. And so I just stuck with that like painting theme because, kind of cohesive. And I just did a whole little thread, probably like 10 tweets, paintings, and then little captions. For example, there was this man standing over a woman on a bench, and he says, calm down. And she could not be more serene. Like her face is so calm, stuff like that. And it took off. It went like incredibly viral. It was being shared by celebrities and like Elizabeth Banks, Alyssa Milano. Like it was insane. And then I had my agent, who represents me now, but didn't at the time, obviously, commented, and she said, I'm a literary agent. Would you be interested in making this into a book? And I was like, yes, absolutely. I would love to do that because I've always wanted to write a book. And obviously I did not expect this to be my path. But, once that door opened, I was like, hell yeah, let's do it. Let's
Sure.
make this book. So we put together a pitch of like sample jokes and things to send out to publishers, and Chronicle loved it. They bought it, and it sold really, really well, the first book. And so that's why they then came to me for the second and then the third, even though before the second was even out, they were after me for a third, which is amazing. So it just was like a lightning in a bottle kind of moment.
It's the perfect coffee table book, right?
It is a coffee table book. Yes, for sure. Very visual.
It's the type of book too that most people, I think, would look at it and say like, well, I could have written that. And it's like, well, you didn't
though.
So
right.
Shut the
and
fuck
actually,
up.
I feel like that all the time. I'm like this. It feels so weird that this is like my journey, but I have tossed up these paintings online for like different contests and things to be like, hey, caption this in a funny way. And it really shows me that it is a skill that not everybody has. And sometimes is it because it's very natural to me? It feels very easy.
Yeah.
But it's really obviously not. And so I have to keep telling myself that, like, yeah, I work very hard. Like, it's hard to come up with this stuff and refine it in a way that's like super short and super punchy. It's not easy to do, but people definitely think that it is. For sure.
That's the genius of great ideas. They look simple on the surface, but are not simple at all. Right.
True. Yeah. For sure.
And anything in writing and film and, what have you. The more obscure and complicated things are, people don't really connect with that. That's why those the most viral of tweets are the most simple of tweets. Right. Mm-hmm. So I would kind of liken that to this, but also it's hard to write funny captions that go along with anything. Right. I'm sure you didn't just, pump this out in a day. I'm sure it took a long time. You got to find the images. You got to like make sure it feels relevant and like timeless in a way. Because that was one of the things that struck me just reading both of them. They're not like dense reads, by the way. I'm acting like when I read both of them, you'll get them pretty quick. But there's a timelessness to both of them, I think, which is nice. Unfortunately, in the first book, the truth is sad, but it did resonate with me. I'm like, oh, I know guys like this. And a few of them, I'm like, am I a guy like this?
Well, that's what was so cool, actually, is I had a lot of men my friends who would be like, oh my gosh, I've totally said this, or, oh, I've done this. I didn't realize it was so obnoxious. And my hope is that going forward, they would maybe be like, oh yeah, that's right. This thing is annoying and I probably shouldn't say it or do it.
It's really
wonderful to get those.
It's a handbook for men.
Yeah, the guy, don't do this. It's annoying.
Yeah. My biggest regret, I think about it at least once a week. Years ago, and I meant it innocuously, but I was at an event and a writer friend that I've known she was just, whenever I met with her, sweatshirt and jeans, very casual. She was all dressed up and I'm like, hey, look at you, do a little twirl. And she twirled and I'm like, did I just ask a girl to twirl? And it haunts my days. And I'm like, I just want to find her and apologize. And she's probably already forgotten about it. So.
I'm 100% sure you forgot. Yeah.
But men say dumb shit. And this is a great book.
Everybody does. We all say dumb shit. Yeah. It's like, just sometimes you just don't think about it until somebody points it out to you, unfortunately. And this is a great way to do that because we can kind of laugh about it together. We can be like, oh yeah, this is an annoying thing that I do sometimes. So. And
then the counter to it is, of course, I don't know if you'd call it a sequel, but Friends to Make in Art and Life. I'm sorry, it's Friends to Keep in Art and Life,
Friends to Keep in Art and Life, yes.
God, what a terrible host.
Embarrassing.
This is embarrassing. You're going to put that in the next edition. Let me tell you what your book actually is called.
Much better title for you.
Actually, before we go there, I was going to say, because the example or your first tweet was like the explaining of the jokes. You know, what's really funny is actually I've made a lot of jokes in the past that I don't know are jokes until someone tells me they're jokes. So, and then I'm like, oh yeah, it was.
So for the second book, the first one was very fun and it was I had a great time putting it together and I really enjoyed it, but it's hard. It's hard to make something that's so tiresome funny. So I really wanted to do something that was more more positive, more joyful, more fun. And so, I came up with this friends concept because my friends are friggin' hilarious. Like they're some of the funniest people in the world. And we have such funny moments together. And I know that's so universal that like we all have moments with our friends that are just incredible and foundational. And so I came up with that concept and put it together in the same way. So I broke it down into like types of friends that we have in our lives. And it was just so much more fun. It was a happier book for sure. Equally as funny. Like they're both very funny, but the subject matter is a lot brighter.
There's maybe no bitterness that arises.
Right. Exactly. Yes.
Can you spoil the topic of the third one?
So the third book is called Parenting Advice to Ignore in Art and Life.
Ooh. I need
so
that.
It's all
one.
about unsolicited parenting advice, where it comes from, family, strangers, the media, different aspects of our lives. And it's so cute. I just got the cover for it, and like it's a blue one. And so it's like the blue, the yellow, the pink. It's so cute when they're all lined up. I'm so excited.
Awesome.
What's brilliant is that you can keep going for
ever
50 books, right?
Yeah. I mean, my agent was like, how long do you want to keep writing these books? And I was like, as long as they want them, I'll keep writing them. As long as those people are interested and finding some humor in them.
Yeah.
I'm sure your agent was happy about that as well.
Yeah.
Who's your agent, by the way?
Rachel Sussman. She is from Schallberg and Sussman.
Oh, yeah.
She's awesome.
That name. Yeah.
She is total shark, but she's so incredible and supportive with me that it's a perfect relationship.
You have to be a shark.
Yeah.
You have to be. Yeah, she has to be. I get to be, very nice and friendly with everybody. And she's the one who's got to be like, okay, here's the deal. We need this money, or we need this money,
Absolutely.
Okay, get them, Rachel.
Well, you've got leverage now with soon to be 3 successful books. So this is also coming out by same publisher, Chronicle
Books. Yep. They've got all 3 of them.
Are they with one of the big houses or is this like a...
No, they're like a mid-size publisher on their own. Not yet. I mean, I feel like Random House, Penguin House, whatever, they're all sucking everything
Random
up. So
House.
eventually it'll all be one. But right now they're on their own. Well. Hatchet Books, I think the umbrella.
Oh, Hatchet is the umbrella. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, they're big.
Yeah. Yep. Chronicle is like so great with these gift books and stuff. That's primarily what they do. Oh, so it was a really nice fit.
Cool.
When Random House and Penguin combine, it should be Penguin House.
No, they already did combine.
They did already. They're sucking up another one though.
When
Penguin and HarperCollins is
I'm thinking of Simon and Schuster. I just read a million articles over the last year about this, and of course I got it wrong, and I got the book title wrong. It's Thursday, you guys. I need to do the podcast on Mondays, hard Mondays.
Yeah, but then you say it's Monday, you guys, and then
Monday, you guys. I can't focus.
I'm only good on Wednesday afternoons.
Then you'd say it's Wednesday afternoon. It's been a long week already. That's what you'd say.
Right. Penguin and Schuster.
Penguin Shoes.
No, doesn't
roll off the tongue like Penguin House. That's what they should have done. Instead, it's
Penguin Random House.
Penguin Random House, and it just doesn't make any sense. Speaking of which, on a more serious note, do you have any thoughts on the Department of Justice and the whole antitrust thing?
I do have a lot of thoughts. How much time do we have?
Oh, really? Oh, no. This is perfect. Most authors are like, well, I don't really know what's going on. I'm like, well, shouldn't you know?
No, I followed it super closely. As you know, I live online, so
sure.
I was on top of that whole conversation. I feel like it's probably ultimately not great ever for there to just be one option. So by nature, I don't care for the monopoly of it all. So I'm not a fan of Simon and Schuster getting sucked up into this. I would love for that to remain. I just feel like it's fewer options for writers, fewer ways to leverage things, which they obviously argued against, saying that it would be the same because of different imprints, but would it be the same? I don't think so.
It's really not.
Today, I read an article from Jane Friedman. If you're familiar with Jane Friedman, if you're not, I would highly recommend you follow her. But she wrote a good article that kind of takes a different perspective on the whole antitrust thing, and if it really is that bad for authors, or if it doesn't matter, or if it could have positive ramifications too. So I posted that on the Book Pipeline Twitter feed if you want to check it out.
I will check it out. What did you say would be a positive?
Yeah.
I don't want to misquote her because on page 43 of Men to Avoid in Art and Life, you note Actually,
Got
what you
it.
did say was no. So
This is what she said, but what she really meant was.
What did she
yeah,
really?
yeah. She may have said this in there, but to me, if you do, even if it does get sucked up into there, you might get a situation where bigger authors are like, well, I'm going to go to this other press instead. And it could bolster medium-sized presses in snagging some bigger name authors if they do the advances go down or whatever happens, right? I don't know enough about the publishing world to have an opinion either way, honestly. I'm more of a film and TV person, but I'm learning gradually.
Me too.
Today I learned that Penguin Random House had obviously already merged.
Like years ago.
What?
When did this happen?
Breaking.
Anyway, Nicole, what you were saying?
Do you know what I was about to say?
You were
I've
about to
lost.
say.
It's a Thursday, you guys.
No, I was talking about how the smaller presses could be bolstered.
Oh, I
by
was
this.
going to say advances are already so crazy right now. Like it's really bananas. First of all, they're obviously not enormous. Generally for the big names, obviously, yes, they are enormous, but for most authors, advances are not big. And they're now broken up into 4 payments.
What?
Which is so strange to me. Yeah.
That wasn't the case before?
It wasn't the case before. Mostly it was 2, and then it became 3. And then because of COVID and the pandemic and everything, they said, oh, we need it to be 4 now. But, publishing has made money hand over fist and authors are getting screwed. But it's really strange because I have friends who publish books, and Chronicle has been amazing with my advances. Like it's been, I get an advance when I sign the contract, I get the 1/3 when I turn in the first half, and then the rest of it when I turn in the full project, which is how it should be.
Yeah.
But some of my friends get them after their book's been out for a year. That's when they get their 4th part of the. It's crazy. It's so wild how they're doing advances now. So I feel like it's just going to get worse in that respect.
Well, how do residuals and that sort of thing work for not
like
just
royalties?
this type of book? Yeah, like royalties, not residuals.
So you get royalties.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. So once so they give you an advance, and then once you get a % of every book sold, and then once your chunk amounts up to your advance, then you start getting royalties. So like I'll give you the numbers for my first book. They gave me an advance of $17,000 for the first book, and then I get like 14% of the gross. And so once my 14% earned up to $17,000, then I started getting royalty statements, which has been lovely.
Yeah. So, is that a typical royalty percentage?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Pretty standard. It's higher for maybe hardcover books and lower for paperbacks, but I'm not sure.
Okay. If I can give Michelle a quick plug, her book is coming out soon.
What's her book?
It's just like yours.
Just like yours.
Polar opposite.
That's the keeping art in life.
Yeah.
When does it come out?
It's supposed to be like November. They're currently working on the cover, so we'll see.
Cool. That's so exciting. It's really cool to get your cover.
I know. I'm nervous about it because I need it to be like just all in your face, because the title is The DJ Who Brought Down the USSR. And that's a really bold in your face kind of title. And so I was like, here's some ideas, and I've got like some really punk rock pictures. But so I don't know. We'll see. But
the cover is very, 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 very important.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Right. I would argue that in film and TV too, the poster is also very, very, very important. People don't realize the poster could account for like, I'll get, if whoever listens to this, I'll get slack for it, but that's okay. I would say the poster itself, and the image associated with it before you even see the trailer or the movie or anything, accounts for maybe 50% box office total. I would go as far as to say, look at Black Phone. It's a really great movie.
Did you say 50%?
50%, baby.
Wow.
Half.
50%.
I'm overestimating by a lot, but that's okay. Black Phone just came out. I don't know if that movie is the box office phenomenon that it is if it doesn't have that really awesome poster of the guy in the mask, right? When Get Out came out, just a paradigm of impeccable timing. Election just happened, right? And you see all these billboards with blackmail, crying. It says "Get Out" next to it. And it's like, how could you not want to see that movie to see what it's about, right? Poster, cover art, very important. That's it for me, guys. So. Which is what I like about Nicole's book. It's eye-catching. You have to.
It is eye-catching.
Yep. Which you would think, well, aren't all book covers eye-catching? And the answer is no. Have you been to a bookstore?
Did they all catch your eye at the same time?
No. Yeah, obviously there's an art to it, right?
Wow.
So
the art of book covers.
Ooh, next podcast. Our last episode was the art of conferences.
Oh my God.
It was actually a great.
Oh, did you?
Did you really? God bless you.
I got to prepare.
He's the one listing that I got on my analytics.
It was me.
No, it actually turned out to be a good. It turned out to be a good episode, but
I cut out like 80% of it.
Yeah. It's a lot of rambling.
There was a lot.
Well, we can make this a shorter episode as well.
Yeah.
I think we touched on some good things. Short and in and out. That's what I like. Just like
love that.
The Art and Life series. Is that what you're calling it? The Art and Life series?
That's what I call it, but I don't know if anyone else does.
Yeah.
No, I love
Maybe
it.
once the third one comes out, then it'll be like, oh, this is a series. Because right now it's only 2. It's very
It's a
short.
series.
Counts.
Is it a series?
Yeah.
Well, you got the third one
More
coming out.
than
It's a
one
trilogy.
is a series. Yeah, for sure.
Here's my final really important question. Do you have ideas? Obviously you do, for a 4th, a 5th, a 6th, and what might be the 4th?
Well, I actually submitted a couple proposals for the 3rd book. And they picked parenting. So I've got a couple in my back pocket.
Nice.
So I have I was going to do like a funny self-care one that was like kind of, I can't really explain it, which is probably why they didn't pick it. But it was very funny. You can trust me on that.
Right. I believe you.
But yeah, so maybe something like that, or I don't know. I don't know. What's really great about Chronicle is that they brainstorm ideas with me, which is very exciting. Oh, after the first one, for the second one, we kind of had a brainstorming session for the second book, and then a brainstorming session for the third one, and everybody's tossing out ideas. It's been really lovely.
Wow.
Yeah. That's rare.
They like me a lot.
Well,
I'm delightful.
That's good.
Well, yeah, because you've sold a lot of books.
I sold a lot of books for that. That's what my husband always
Put them
says.
on
He's
the
like,
map.
You've made them a lot of money.
Amazing.
Can you divulge how many books have sold of the first one?
Yeah, I actually got my royalty statement it was through, I think, June of this year. And that up till that point, I had sold 75,000 copies of Men to Avoid.
Wow. That is spectacular.
That book the New York Times article really was insane for that book, because it got a full half page in the New York Times, which is just unprecedented. And it was very unexpected.
In the Times?
Yeah, half page.
This was in 2020?
In 2020. And that's one of the reasons it just
took off.
Yeah.
Now, did New York Times want to do that themselves, or did Chronicle ask them to do it?
Well, so the publicist had reached out about doing an article in the gender section, I think. And then the writer just really loved the idea and pitched it to the books, and it just took off.
Yeah.
That's what I always say about this book is it was so much luck and lightning in a bottle and that perfect timing. And then it was seizing those opportunities when they presented themselves to me. I was like, yes, absolutely. Let's do it. Let's go for it.
Yeah.
So it's a combination of all that. And then obviously a lot of work, but.
Well, yeah, obviously.
You gotta have all
Did
that.
you hire your own publicist, or was this Chronicle's publicist?
Chronicle has so when the book comes out, I get a publicist and a marketing person, and they work together on that stuff.
Awesome.
And everyone I've worked with at Chronicle has been delightful.
Michelle, isn't that also relatively rare when you get a book published? You're not assigned
that you get a
publicist.
publicist. Yeah. I don't know about rare, but all my author friends in the fiction worlds, that is, they're like, yeah, we have to hire our own publicists, basically.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And even one of them being published with, Penguin House, as you call it, Matt.
Good old Penguin House.
Go Penguin House.
I wonder when they'll merge.
Yeah, even them, he had to got their own publicist because maybe they were assigned one from Penguin, but didn't get anything done for them. So I think this is one of the benefits to having a smaller publisher or subsidiary or whatever it is, because I think they do do more work for individual books because they have more motivation.
Right.
They need to make the money, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I can't verify that in any way, shape, or form, but
no, I can verify that. It's the same thing in the representation world in a way too. We have an article on Pipeline Artists talking about not paying attention to the name on the door, essentially, right? You know, just because you're signing with CAA doesn't necessarily mean that that's the best choice, you know, compared to a smaller agent, let's say. Because when you go with a bigger place, you're at the bottom of the chain.
Oh yeah,
not going to get as much attention, but you got to kind of find that sweet spot sometimes.
CAA is hilarious because they did so much work on one of my scripts and they never wanted to sign me, but they did a lot of work to try to get, you know, everybody like attached and all this. It was so weird. And then the agents were like, if she ever sells this, we want her. But,
oh man!
But they were willing to do all this weird like work for attachments and things like that, and they got really far. But it was just so weird.
Yeah, that's why I tell writers to go the manager route first, and it just kind of, I don't know, helps things move along a little bit quicker. Nicole, do you write for film and TV?
I do write scripts, screenplays. Well, I really want to write for TV. Like that is my ultimate goal. I really want to be in a room, like collaborating and being part of a team. That is the dream.
Right.
This book, Meant to Avoid, actually, we got the ball rolling on a series, like a sketch series kind of around it.
Wow,
and
cool.
you know, as things are wont to do, it died. But it was very exciting. Short time, they were shortly lived, and maybe it'll come back around once the series develops a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, if you get the pull the right pieces together, get the right financing in place, you could even produce something like that independently. You know, just kind of throw it out there, let it go viral, and then then it kind of takes off from there. It's just that easy. I know it's not that easy.
Could be done yesterday, Nicole. Come on.
I know. Yeah. What am I thinking? Writing these books.
You successful authors are all the same. Focused on the books. Well, that's wonderful. Men to avoid in art and life, friends to keep in art and life, not friends to make, which is what I said earlier. That'll be the special edition, the director's cut.
We'll write that down.
She's not writing that. She's fake writing right now.
I was getting some candy.
Wonderful. Nicole, thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
This has been marvelous. Yes. Anytime you want to come back on and talk about your next book.
Okay. See you guys tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye.
We can end it.
Okay.
Theoretically, that's the edit points.
That's the edit point. All right, now for real.
No, really. No one ever emailed me though, so.
Wow.
People email me all the time. It's gotten to be too much.
It's daunting.
It's daunting.
Leave me alone.
It is. Am I a hero? I don't know. Let's see.